How you doing, my man?
Good. I'm doing well. You?
Doing good. Doing good. Living life. Oh, wait, we have been sitting here all the time talking about random shit. I didn't tell you that. I think didn't tell you guys last time. I've been trying to buy a house, man.
You mentioned it.
Yeah, and
You mentioned it.
we got accepted for something.
Oh, you did? Oh, that's nice. I didn't know that
No,
yet.
we're about to cancel that shit, most likely.
You're not going to accept it?
Yeah, no, we're not gonna accept it.
Oh, so you got one, but you're not going to take it?
Yeah, we were just trying to figure out how this shit works, so we played around.
Played around. Just
We
looked
fucked around and found out.
Pricing, location.
Location, southeast, pricing. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk.
Okay, but it's too much. Is that the problem? What's the why are you not taking it?
Southeast is Southeast Hospital Plus.
The location is what you don't want.
It's Hospital Plus.
Yeah, they don't know what that means, but it's too far.
It's in the back of Amsterdam. We thought
too away from the city, too far away.
Yeah,
from
too
the city.
far.
Got it.
like it's like a little bit next to the metro station. We might consider it. Like I would not mind living.
You're not going to consider it. It's not going to happen. If
Actually,
it's not clear near the city center, it's not going to happen.
yeah.
I know that already. You can tell yourself whatever you want, but your girl's not going to allow any of that. You're not going to allow any of it.
I would like to be that guy that comes in on here and says, "Nah, my girl will allow it." Like
No,
I
she won't.
know that will.
She
No.
won't. Oh, man. All right. What do we have? What
yes.
is going on?
First, we're one man down. We're one man down.
It's good. We're going to see him next week.
Like yeah, he's not doing shit.
He's out there. Danke had to take the day off. It's fine.
Yeah,
See him next week.
we'll talk to him soon, and he will be with us, helping us out with this later another time.
It's too bad because this is his guy. Or did you want to do the music rundown first, right?
Yeah, let's do a music rundown. We're gonna try something new. Some new stuff that dropped. I don't know for this one if we're gonna do. Ooh, let me start this off properly. By the way, we are the Three Hungry Men. I'm Jeffrey,
Oliver.
one man short. Yes, let's start with something new. Let's try something. We are gonna start with a quick music rundown of a couple things that have dropped and piqued our interest. We have not listened to everything. I don't know if we'll play anything.
We listen. No, we don't have to necessarily.
Well, yeah, most likely
Do
not.
that on your own time.
Yeah. If we really fuck with something, you will hear it. Otherwise, yeah, do it on your own time, yeah. First off, Burna dropped.
Burner Boy. I told them.
Told them.
Yeah, we talked about it last week, but this when it was about to drop, and now it's dropped. Listen to the album. It's alright. It's alright. I like the first three
Yeah.
songs. The first three songs are really him, his sound, and then from there it starts to go all sorts of places.
Really, one of the only reasons why we actually talk about Burna is because he's that big in the world right now. As much as we dislike whatever he said before, we cannot deny that he is that big. He's really
He's huge. He's huge.
Yeah. So
The biggest artist on that scene.
there's
but
some songs on there that are fine. There's some songs that are not. We're not gonna go into it. We're keeping this quick.
first three.
So first three.
The first
that's
three,
all,
yeah, the
that's
first
all
three.
you need to know.
Play the first three songs and then
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah. And other than that, just figure it out. Another guy that dropped an album that we actually just listened to mostly, that we actually fuck with on first listen is Ruger.
Ruger, Are You the World? That's the name of the album.
Yeah,
Are You the World? He's been popping off this year. He that that one hit.
I shall.
Yeah, and last year and then
Shall
this
I?
year, and this year he released this album. I like it. I like the album a lot. I don't know where is he from. That's what I was.
I
wondering.
think
don't
he's
know.
Nigerian.
But
That's
like UK based or like Nigeria based. That's why I don't know.
Like-
But anyways,
keep going. I'll do a quick.
But anyway, it's a great album. Sort of a more chill Afro sound. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Start
It's
to
very
finish.
good.
Like the song, like the
Yeah.
especially the first song, the one that starts off with Tour. That one's really great.
He's from Lagos, Nigeria.
Okay,
Born
good.
and raised.
Good,
like
good.
yeah, he's one of them original. Oh shit,
Good.
he has one eye, I think.
He's always
Yeah.
wearing the eye patch. I don't know if it's just a style thing or that's really like the eye patch that he wears.
Yeah,
He's only
yeah.
23 years old. That's crazy.
It's crazy. This album is so good. This sounds like the way this fusion thing that Burna was talking about is supposed to happen. That it was the first or second song. Like early on in the album, he does like this weird trap Afro beats melody thing mixed, and that shit was dope. That shit sounded so good. So I hope he does more. I want to hear more from him. He's just dope. It's just very awesome to see some new guys doing some good shit. Then we got a legend, basically. Techno drop.
Techno, the more the better.
Yes.
Can't say much about this because I
No.
haven't listened to a single song. Like Techno a lot. Techno is a great artist. I'm definitely gonna sit down for this. And
We just
what
we
it
just like his shit. We know that whatever he does, it's gonna be some level of good. There's almost no bad coming from Techno, from what I remember. Yeah, no. There's a couple songs that I thought were less good, but yeah, no. This all just sick shit. So I'm just waiting to be able to listen to it, and then yeah, most of everything that we're talking about is albums, EPs. So the next one is Coil Ray. She dropped Blue Moon, and this is another one that we actually kind of like. Maybe
can
we
we
should.
can we see the track list?
Oh yeah, sure. Maybe we should put some people that we don't like on these lists, because
Oh well, that's,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
we did it with Burner kind of, but yeah.
We can.
No, it's a
can.
quick 5-pack, short songs.
I haven't
like,
heard of me. Have you heard of me?
No, but I like Coil Ray in the sense that
I
her
do like
energy
Coil
is
Ray,
like
yeah, yeah.
crazy.
Coil Ray is great.
She spits also like a monster sometimes. Like yeah, I'm just curious to what this is.
Coil Ray is great.
It's not something we ever.
The women are kicking ass in hip hop, man. I don't, it's a different topic for a different day for the deep dive. But the women are kicking ass.
I'm gonna be honest with you. In America, they're kicking ass with hip hop and with R&B.
R&B too, yeah. Oh no,
With R&B, they're
R&B they've been doing
smoking
it for. But for R&B, I don't even listen to no dudes.
But
I don't listen to no dudes making any R&B music.
Now with hip hop, they are also like eating these motherfuckers up. It's crazy.
Yeah, the ladies are killing it. They're really killing
And
it.
finally, in our quick early segment, we have Drake. He blue balled everybody. He's not gonna drop soon. Forget For All the Dogs or For All
No,
the
no, no,
All
no,
My
no.
Dogs.
Hold on.
It's not
Jeff.
happening
Hold
anytime
on,
soon.
Jeff.
He's not here.
Hold on. Really?
Drizzy
back,
Drake
really
is
back.
not here.
That's not what he said. He said it's almost finished. He said it clearly.
He said that for 3
He said
months.
it's almost finished. He working on it. He didn't say he was gonna come last Friday.
I'm
Let
not
my
trusting
man
that.
cook.
Nah, he not.
Let my man cook.
How much do you
man.
need to cook? The pasta's burned.
For all the dogs.
The pasta's
Hey,
burned.
For all the dogs. I'm
The
looking
rice,
forward to
the
it.
rice is smoking. The rice is boiling hot. It needs to come out of the pot.
To
It's
me,
enough.
right now, the best album released this year is A Gift and a Curse by Gunna.
Yes.
I'm waiting to see what Drake does.
Best album of everything that dropped this year?
So far, the best music album that I've heard this year is that album. For sure.
Ah.
Yeah, for me, so far, the best music album I've heard this year is
What do you
Gunna's
think
album.
about Ashake's
Oh,
Art.
okay. That's a good point, actually.
art?
That's a
tape?
good point. I actually forgot about that. Close. Those two.
It's between those two, yeah.
Those two. Yeah. Work of art.
Work of
by
art,
Asake.
yeah.
Okay, that's also up there for sure.
But yeah, no,
But that's it.
That
Utopia
Gunna tape?
was not it. Utopia was good, but it's like forgettable.
Yeah, it was.
It didn't have the replay value.
See,
that
Utopia for me was very good, but it was no Astroworld.
no, it wasn't.
It didn't give me the Astroworld feeling. It didn't give me the
It was a little flat.
epicness
Yeah,
of
it was a
that.
little
Yeah. So
I didn't really.
you might be right. It might be between Ashake and. I need to sit with this Ruger tape a couple listens more, because this what we heard just now before we started recording is actually very, very good.
Gunna also, I think it's the story behind it, everything. It's Gunna fucking.
Yeah, that Gunna tape. All right, let's get into our main topics of today. We're gonna structure this show a little bit more. We're gonna try and do a little bit better.
We're trying.
I'm gonna start with a story that has been blowing up online a little bit. Talking about Noah Lyles. He's a sprinter from the U.S. and he has been talking shit. He has kinda. I'm trying to find
the video.
video. Oh, here. Yeah, I had it all the time. Noah Lyles. He has been talking a little bit of shit, and let's play the clip actually, because that will just get us right in there. I think most people have heard it already, but let's do that.
The United States? You know, the thing that hurts me the most is that I have to watch the NBA Finals and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States? Don't get me wrong. I love the U.S. at times. But that ain't the world. That is not the world. We are the world. We have almost every country out here fighting, thriving, putting on their flag to show that they are represented. There ain't no flags in the NBA. World champion.
Yeah, man, people didn't like it.
People were outraged, and with people I mean Americans, because those are the people that would be outraged about something like this. They do not like Noah Lyles for saying this. They do not like his tone. They do not like
His
him.
tone.
No, they really do not like his tone. They do not like him implying that the NBA is not the greatest basketball league in the world. They do not like him.
Yeah, but that's not what he's. But all right.
No, but that's what it's. That's what people imply, or that's what people online thought he implied. I'm gonna try and be a little bit better with saying people, because every time I say people, you start thinking like who.
Yeah, maybe like it's because
Yeah.
I hear what he was saying. I don't get why he said it was not necessary.
I get why
Because
you're
you know
saying
you're
that.
gonna piss. Yeah, well,
I get what
it
you're
wasn't
saying.
necessary because
Look,
you gotta
this-
definitely piss people off.
This man is sitting in.
Context.
Yeah, this man is sitting in a press conference room just after he won like the 100 meters and the 200 meters, I think, at the World Championships for athletics. Let me double check if he actually won those things. And he is sitting there and being impressed, or I think somebody asked him, how do you feel about being the world champion compared to other countries? He was not, or to other sports, he was not really triggered to talk about the NBA like this. But yeah, he's feeling like, yo, I got my flag on my back. I got my flag on my shirt. I am actually representing this country. And others, I'm fighting against other people that are actually representing their country. They're not representing a random team in a random city where they're not from. They are actually fighting and running and competing to be called the best in the world or something.
Yeah, but I mean, okay.
That's the difference in how he competes.
The NBA
and
is the highest level of basketball in the world.
It is.
So I think that their gripe is like, why do we have to? And that's why I saw it was like, why do we have to even go bother with anyone else? My issue is that basketball is like, it's the highest. Oh my god, the basketball is the cat's going crazy.
Yeah, the cat is losing his shit. He doesn't understand why we're broadcasting.
Relax.
By the way, in the last couple of years, I got a cat. We'll talk about it more
That's
when we do an
different.
episode catching up in the last couple of years, but
yeah,
you don't expect that shit anytime soon.
you know what I'm saying? It's the highest level of basketball in the world, but it's like that's a sport that y'all mostly play.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, you know, it's not like with what you talk about Premier League, you talk about football or soccer as you guys know it. Where the Premier League in the UK is the highest level. It's like, yeah, well, that's impressive because the whole world is trying to play that sport. So if you have the highest level, then it's impressive. You're the highest level of basketball, but you're the only one who play basketball like that.
You said this before. I kind of agree with you.
Where's it's not that, you know what I mean?
I kind of agree
Then
with
I
you,
sort of
but
get his argument.
I
It's
also feel like it's a little bit difficult because you have multiple countries in Europe where basketball is not the biggest sport, but nearly the biggest sport.
Nearly?
In Spain, they take basketball serious. Greece takes basketball serious.
It's not in Spain. It's not in.
I know I need to fly this flag,
Soccer.
but Lithuania takes basketball serious. Latvia takes basketball serious. They are not on an NBA level, but they take it serious enough for it to almost be called their national sport. There, at least
No way.
I need to stress they are not NBA level, and I think that's where everybody's caught up.
What
But does that matter?
In what other country is basketball the number one?
That's it. I
asking.
could not call out
Aside
a
from
couple.
America.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah. I could not call out a couple. Hey, even in America, basketball is not even number one. It's American football, most likely.
yeah, okay, but it's
There's no place in the world where they think the basketball sport is thriving more.
yeah, but like
there,
it's
but
close, and American basketball is a very big.
But for
it's close.
me, you cannot call yourself a world championship if every player goes to a different city than where they're from. So they come into the draft. They go to a city that they do not know. Before that, even they go to a university, to a city that they do not know. Then they do not perform for their team, their country. Because when the World Cup time comes, they choose some random motherfuckers to play the sport of basketball and win.
That's
for
the one I
world.
really don't get. Why is it that the U.S. team doesn't have like all the top famous players that?
Because all these
have?
players feel too rich to do this shit.
Okay.
They are too worried about breaking their bones or whatever like that. That, and I understand it makes complete
Yeah, but
sense.
it also is because again, it doesn't mean much. So like if you talk about soccer and you have like
yeah,
don't
but
know.
if it
Yeah.
doesn't mean much, why are you calling yourself a world champion?
Yay,
It doesn't make sense.
I understand that.
And this all was the whole idea was not to discuss about whether the U.S. is a world champion in basketball or not. It's to talk about how the American mindset that the world had, that I think the world had, is slowly fading a little bit.
Oh yeah, they're at the center.
Yeah. So for a
Yeah.
while, even for us here, and I must admit, even for me, America was the center. Like, for a long time-
entertainment, culture,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
I wanted to. We wanted to go there. You went there and lived there for a while. Like, we wanted to be there, but now that's the last place where we want to be. I don't know if it's because we're older. I don't know if kids see that way, but we don't want to be there.
Their politics has something to do with it.
Their politics has something to do with to do with it, but it's also how their culture and personalities are of the people there. They have changed,
Yeah.
and the culture
hold
reflects that.
They don't hold the
Yeah,
culture anymore. Like even like we said, we're talking about music. Well, we said
Yes.
last episode we were talking about how the music's transitioning from their music to like the Latin acts and the Afro acts.
yeah.
K-pop is popping
That
off.
has gravely changed, and I'm not surprised it changed. To me, and we talked about this before when we were preparing for this. I think K-pop is maybe the best reflection of how much their shit has changed. Like Afrobeat also, but K-pop has shown a random group of Asian dudes and Asian girls can just come into your country, rock your country.
Well, it's not
make
a
it-
random group, Jeff. Let's show put some respect on BTS.
Oh,
Don't
BTS,
call it
yeah,
a
sure.
random group. A random group.
After
we don't
B-
want the K-pop motherfuckers. You don't want
No.
beef for them. Let me tell you this
Oh,
right now.
yeah.
Jesus, Lord.
After BTS,
about a
no, no,
cult.
but,
I don't want to go into it,
Bro,
but talk
cult.
about a cult. The K-pop motherfuckers, you make them, you piss them. No, really, I've experienced it.
I'm gonna be. Wait, wow.
Yeah, at work we'd at my work we released a documentary
Oh yeah,
about K-pop, and there was someone in there that
Yeah,
asked certain. Maybe you heard about this.
yeah.
Was interviewing a K-pop artist.
I think I
Who
heard
all
about
these
this.
K-pop artists are they're like they have. Anyways, the point is, you can't just ask them whatever you want. Okay,
you need
and
to-
he did. He asked the K-pop artists whatever he liked, and boy, did they come after us. Jesus, it's a weird. I don't want no beef with no K-pop people. Some
No.
respect on BTS name. Back to Jeff's point.
No, they can bring a group of relatively unknown people and rock stadiums in that country, while other people could not. And that tells me already, like, yo, shit has changed. Shit has changed. You guys don't have the cultural control over shit anymore. There's other people determining shit to not the largest extent. It's not like they control or are in charge of what goes on, but they can push it and usurp you. That's what is happening with the Latin and Afro prominence and prioritization. So
But it's also the world is just a village now. It's small. People can like you can very easily get
America
into.
looked like that big ass country.
Yeah, but
where,
you can get into if you live
Yeah.
in America, you can go listen to K-pop. You can go listen to Afrobeat music. You can go and listen. You can watch the videos. You can get into it easier.
Yeah.
Because it's all online. It's all
Yeah.
on the socials and all on YouTube.
that definitely helped, and I think that's also
The cat's wilding, bro.
the cat is wilding. I need to.
Cat's going crazy.
Oh wait. Let me get him off. While
Yeah, no. What I was saying is they're gonna have to change their perspective that if they're the best at something, it means the world. It means they're. But for basketball, that's them. They play basketball.
yeah,
That's
no.
They also got
for
Messi.
basketball. It's not them still. That league
it
is
is.
no,
Yes, it is.
no. It is.
yes, it is.
No. I disagree with that vehemently.
Who-
Vehemently. Huh?
Who plays basketball better than in the States?
They in the States.
Nobody.
No, nobody. But half their league is built from Europeans or Africans playing from their countries there.
Half. It's not half.
Half that league.
Nah.
Bro,
It's not half.
the biggest player, you're not that into basketball, but the Joker, Djokovic, he's like a Serbian motherfucker. Then you have
He's not the biggest player.
not the biggest player, but he's the player that won the championship with his team. His team. He led that team. He coached them. He played them. He outplayed most people. He outplayed LeBron, that everybody's saying is the greatest. I agree that he's pretty great.
All right.
But
Man, it's not my sport.
I get it. But you have a Greek motherfucker called the Greek Freak doing some wild shit. You had a couple years a French motherfucker. You have some random people from all over the world doing. Yes, they flock to the U.S. because that's the only place where you can play this sport at a high level. But that does not mean you are the top dog. If you win the World Championships or the Olympics, yes, and they do. So for that reason, they can call themselves top dogs. But whoever wins the league, no. It's the same thing I say for the Champions League or for the Champions League and the Premier League combined. For the Champions League, you can say, yeah, we're the best club in Europe.
Champions League. See, that's the difference.
Yeah, but Champions League, you can talk about.
Champions League it's clubs, but it's clubs,
but
it's from the whole world.
But that's why I say you can say you're the best club in Europe.
No, the whole world.
No, see,
it's from all over the world.
See, that's where I don't know soccer.
Champions League is from all over the world.
Okay, then you can call yourself the best club in the world.
It's just the other ones don't make it.
Yeah, but then that even solidifies my answer even more. There's a separate league where you play with some motherfuckers from whatever, from Uzbekistan or something.
If you can make it, then no one else. It's just Europeans that end up in there.
And that's fine. They make a second league where everybody can try and participate.
At least I think.
Let the Real Madrid basketball team.
Don't hold me to that. I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Let the Real Madrid basketball team try and beat the Lakers or some shit. You'll see they will get far, but not far enough. And maybe they will never even reach the tournament properly, or maybe they will. And then you will see, these French motherfuckers or Spanish motherfuckers are actually pretty good.
Yeah, Americans like their thing. They like their thing.
Yeah, and that's not working anymore.
They like only
village.
their thing. With
no,
their
the global
things.
village.
They don't want to do.
The global village has changed
thing.
everything. Global culture has changed.
I think younger people are more open-minded too. I think the older. But,
bro, the reactions I saw online on this were crazy. Everybody was losing their shit. They did not understand. Multiple podcasts were talking like they don't understand why people would be willing to say this because the best league in the world and whatever.
It's a form
You're
of
the
pride.
only league.
That's what I mean, but it's like fun.
You're not the best league.
It's a form of pride.
All right. Let's move on to the second story. We have
Threads. Got the right on Threads.
Yeah, Threads. Threads is Threads is like legit dying.
I got it. Hold on. Threads released a new feature. And we're gonna talk about it. So, if those of you who absolutely don't know, Threads is the Twitter/X competitor released by Meta, Mark Zuckerberg. What is it now? I think it was June. I want to say June 6th.
Yeah,
about 2 months ago. Big hype. 100 million new users in like a couple of days. Obviously cheating because it's just people from Instagram. You can just move over from Instagram. Anyways, look it up.
We need to talk about that.
Yeah, we'll go into it. They released the Threads, and the way that it worked is that you could, if you had an Instagram account, you could download the Threads app, and you could take your followers with you. So that was the big thing. If you were early, you could take your followers with you, and then the people that followed you, when they come out later, you are suggested to them as someone that they should follow. So the earlier you were on there, the sooner you could build up that following and get the big following on there. So there was sort of this race.
It was literally a race.
Yeah, and that's what got a lot of people to get on there really fast. But it was very bare bone, very few features. Mark did say that he was going to add more features to make it better, and we have a new one. Threads.
What beautiful feature did he deliver?
Threads is getting around to adding a basic feature it should have launched with. Zuckerberg announced that search is now functional.
It's barely a search.
You can now search on Threads.
What can you search all over?
Meta's Threads app, competitor to X, formerly known as Twitter, has finally introduced a search function almost 2 months after its release. The search feature is basic and only allows for finding profiles, lacking options like searching by topic or keywords. While the addition of a search function is a positive step, Threads will still need to improve its functionality by adding features like post editing and topics-based search to truly compete with X. And then there's also it was early July. It was July. That's what it was. Released in early July. Slowly been picking up new features to try and compete. Last week, Meta finally debuted a website version of the
Oh,
platform.
there's a website.
I didn't even
version.
know that.
I
But
didn't even-
it's
I
because
didn't
it's
even
dead,
know.
though. Because it's dead.
It's
Because
dead.
no one's looking
It's
at it
dead.
anymore.
Yo, hold up. Threads is basically Instagram captions in tweet form.
The problem is, let's really
It is,
get.
it is.
Let's really
It
get.
is.
Let's really get to the. Let's really address the
All
elephant
right.
in the room. Let's really address the
All
elephant in the room. Okay. These bitches don't have anything to say. That's really what it is. Instagram
Yes,
is I still stand by the statement that Instagram is a softcore porn platform gateway to OnlyFans. That's really what it really
that's
is.
a statement. But I
I've been
agree.
saying that. I've
I
been saying
agree.
that. It's a gateway to OnlyFans. It's a softcore porn platform that works as a gateway to
100%.
OnlyFans. And those girls don't have anything interesting to talk about.
You know,
If you're talking about threads, I'll give you a perfect example. I told Danke once. I follow this economic analyst on Twitter. On Twitter, he's like a proper economic analyst. He does like shows and stuff where he gives his analysis. And on Twitter, he has like almost 400,000 followers. So I went to look him up on Threads to see if he was there. And not only he wasn't even there. There was no account. And I thought about it. I said, well, but that makes sense. Why would he have an Instagram account? Because someone like that doesn't have an Instagram account. Because you're not going to make Instagram posts about economic analysis.
because nobody will watch that shit.
But so if you don't have an Instagram account, why would you make a Threads account? Because only if you have a big Instagram account does it make sense to make a Threads, because then you can take your followers with you.
Yeah.
But if you have 400,000 people on Twitter, but you have to start over on Threads because you never made an Instagram account, you're not going to do it. And this is sort of the dud, is that the kind of people that are interesting on a text platform, right, are not on Instagram.
You know what?
Visual stuff.
You're 100% right. Instagram is like a softcore introduction into OnlyFans. But the thing that makes Twitter or X...
Oh, and the dating app. It's also a dating app. I forgot.
Oh, the dating app part,
It's a porn platform
we can get into that in a bit as well.
at the same time.
But what makes X so successful compared to a Threads or other text platforms is that it's also a porn hub.
Yeah, true.
It is
You
basically
can watch porn on there.
You can do everything. You can watch porn. You can watch people get beat up. You can see all the explicit stuff.
Yeah.
And Threads was too clean.
It's more the toxicity. I don't think it's the porn necessarily. I think on Twitter you can say fucked up things.
It's all the R-rated stuff.
And I forget the tweet, but like Mark Zuckerberg, when he put Threads out, I think it was like on the first day, he made it very clear that they wanted it to be a platform that was nice,
yeah,
where people could be nice to each other. And
I think he forgot. I think he forgot that he was on the internet, because Reddit is not a nice place. X is not a nice place. Even Instagram is not really a nice place. Like TikTok is not a nice place, really. Like none of these places are nice, and you cannot make a nice text platform because people don't want to read nice shit. If they want to read nice shit, they will read a book. Honestly,
it's the thing that makes Twitter work for the people that like to use it is that it's toxic. I think that's what they misunderstood. Is that
I told you this before, but
they want to make a nice version of it. I'm like, now it's boring.
I told you this before, but I'll say it on the podcast as well. I knew Threads was dead long before this, but that it would never work when the boat incident happened in the U.S.
The Montgomery
boat incident, and it was not on Threads.
It was not on Threads. Yeah.
Like, how?
Why am I on here? It's like,
if I don't get the latest bullshit that is hilarious to see, Aquaman, I don't see Aquaman.
Why am I on here?
Precisely.
For what?
Precisely.
Honestly, for what?
Yeah.
For just like captions that
It
you
does
could
not
also
make
see on
sense.
Instagram. It's the
It does
same
not-
girls.
It does not make sense. And the girls are not even.
The girls are not on Threads because they know it's useless. They know it's not. There's no point for them to be there. So then why? What's? So if the girls are not there, the ones that carry Instagram,
Yes.
and the people who do the deep dives and interesting intellectual content or bullshit like jokes and stuff they're not on there. Then why am I on this platform?
Yes.
what is the sell?
I don't understand why it was made. I don't know. I don't understand why they put it online half baked. Because maybe if it was baked, if it was done, they would
It's
have a
when
chance.
Elon was wilding with the rate limits, and he thought,
still
let me
wilding.
capitalize on the rate limits. It was an opportunistic thing.
You know what I saw a couple days ago in X? Like Elon liked, I think, some girl's thing, and everybody was like talking about that.
I saw something like that. What was it
Somebody
again?
commented, "Yo, they're gonna fuck up the likes, make that a paid feature so you can hide the likes." A couple days later, X is gonna make hiding likes a paid feature, and he's gonna do. This man is still wilding. even the community notes now under certain tweets, they have like a message stating, "Yo, this message was wrong," or "This tweet is not
true.
incorrect." The community notes are responding to people responding to the community notes,
Yeah, true.
which is
But
hilarious.
But I do get what he's. I think that there's a play for X. I think people.
I don't
just
know
not
what the play
seeing-
is. What do you think the play is?
There's for sure a play. I think that making monetization possible on Twitter was very smart.
Of your own messages, of your own tweets?
Yeah, you can
posts?
monetize. So on X now, if you post something, if you get enough, it's like ad revenue.
Yeah.
Right. If you get enough replies and enough, if it's based on impressions. If you get enough impressions, right, you can monetize your account. That means if it gets a certain amount of impressions, you get money for every person that reads the tweet and goes through the comments where the ads are in.
So how
So
do
you
you
can make money now?
How
And
do
I
you
think that's really
see?
smart.
How do you see this? Do you see this working in the way that people are going to work for virality? Instead
People
of,
are already doing that.
Yeah, but is that the way it's going to survive? Because I only see that going one way, and that's fine. At some point, they're going to be angry that they do not get paid enough. They will go to a different platform, and that platform will.
But what do you mean that
boost
they
up.
don't get paid enough? Because there is no competitor. No one does this.
Yeah, but another platform will do
Except
that.
for TikTok, kind of.
I would not be surprised with the way Reddit is going that at some point they will have to do something like this because everybody's leaving, and then people can do long form funny content in text, and they'll go there or some other platform will pop up. And
Yeah, of course.
give better
There'll be
rates.
other platforms that try and compete.
But
But I think when it comes to text, because you can already
Yeah.
make money on YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah, of course, on YouTube you have ad revenue.
Yeah.
You can already make money on YouTube. TikTok also has something where you can make money. That works a little bit differently. I
Yeah,
think.
they have a pool where everybody takes money out, and it's not really ad revenue. It's more like shared. If you're big enough and you get a certain amount of view, then you get out of
Yeah,
the
but that's
pool. It's
kind of what
different.
this also is. Is if you get enough impressions on X, enough people see the tweet, and if it gets enough, because when you click on a tweet and you read through if you have like all these like comments, there's like ads in between,
Yeah.
right? And that's on the basis of that is how they pay you. It's just that the Twitter advertising system isn't the greatest, and that's kind of the money that they're using to pay these people, from as far as I understand. So they would have to, but they also have the subscription money now. So, well, people are making people do. I think giving
Trends
people
is not going to survive, so they will make more money from ads at some point when everybody returns.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that on X, keep saying Twitter X, on X.
It's a dumb name.
Yeah, it's the name. I'm not there yet, but I see. Let my man cook. Let my man cook.
Do you?
Let my man cook.
Little
man.
tangent. Do you think he's gonna make that super app, that everything app?
It makes sense.
It doesn't.
Yes, it does.
It
Jeff.
doesn't.
It makes sense.
It doesn't.
The play makes
You don't.
sense.
You don't
just
make
hate-
a money app with a text based app. You make that. No. You don't make a super app with a text based app. You make it with a money based app.
That's why he's gonna make it a money based app, Jeff.
That doesn't work. I'm not gonna pay shit with my X app.
All right.
Are
Yes,
you?
you will.
Are
Yes,
you
will.
gonna pay for shit with a Twitter
People
app?
will. People will. People will.
People are dumb.
That's why you rebrand first. That's the whole point. Not with Twitter, no. But if it's called X, it's a different thing. It looks
So,
different.
no,
you
it's-
rebrand first,
It's still
and
Elon.
then you implement. All right.
It's still. If
There's a play.
he tried this with
My man
PayPal,
cooking.
he tried it with PayPal,
My
and Peter
man-
Thiel and them said nah.
He didn't try this with PayPal.
He
and
tried this
people-
with PayPal.
Come on, man.
He tried to do this with PayPal,
No, he
and
didn't.
people said nah.
Not exactly.
You don't make a WeChat competitor with text. You start either with private messages. So from the DMs, he could do it.
It has problem.
Yeah, but do people really be in the DMs like that on Twitter? I don't know. You start with private messenger, and then WhatsApp would make sense. Or you start with money, a PayPal.
Yeah, but but then you already have the money app.
No, from the money app, you can start.
You
Give
want to
it-
go from money app to text app.
No, you don't do the text app at all. I don't know why he's in the text app to begin
You
with.
want
The everything app, the WeChat model is that you have one app that holds your wallet, your
Yeah.
Uber Eats, your house,
That's what he's gonna
housing.
do.
Yeah, but you don't start it from a text app. It's
It's
the
gonna work.
dumbest shit that
It's
I've.
gonna work. It's gonna work.
No, you
Let my
start from
man
a
cook.
money app, add Uber Eats feature, add an Uber feature, add like
that I don't see working. Why
no,
would I
that's,
do that?
That's easier. It's already your wallet. If you make it easy for me to already get money out of my wallet to pay for my rent or to get food from,
Mm.
it's the play.
But there would be no texting. That's the part. There would be no social element.
There's no need for a social
Yes,
element.
there is. That's what you're missing. That's the part you're missing. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. That's the part you're missing. Hey, let my man cook. Let my man cook. He's got it.
I really, really don't think that there's a need for a social element in a super app.
Yes, there is. 100%. You're very wrong.
Not in
this.
America.
It's global, first off. But I don't know what you're talking about.
You think he's getting China?
You don't need everyone else. Listen,
everybody else.
The play
everyone
is
else.
the play.
Europe
Twitter
is in
is
WhatsApp.
it's the Twitter. No, oh my God. X is the global town hall, and that's powerful. That's where people. That's the thing that Instagram still doesn't have. It's like when a sort of discourse.
Threads doesn't get close to that.
No, not at all. The only platform that exists where sort of global discourse takes place, right, is X. That's where that happens. That's where people have those sort of like big general conversations about what's going on in the world. And that is a perfect place to create as a jumping a jump start for an everything app. I see what he's doing. Let my man cook.
I don't see it.
I see what he's doing.
I get
as soon as he adds, and already people, I mean, all that crypto shit is on X. All that fucking finance shit is also on X. It's not as big of a jump as you're making it.
See,
people already were doing the NFTs and the crypto wallets and stuff. All you got to do, and now they're releasing coins. There's going to be X coin, right? Because TikTok, there's going to be digital coins. There's going to be digital coins. And people are also making money. My man there's a process to it. You know what I'm saying? If you can make money there, think about it. You can make money there, right? You can subscribe to certain creators too, like the Patreon. That's a powerful one. I
see a way. If you can make money there and they hold your money in their coin, then Then
you're already on your way.
Then yes. I don't see the social element. I don't see the social element.
Let my man cook, man. Let my man cook.
I understand what you mean. I understand what you mean.
The social element makes sense because in the future, if we're talking metaverse, I know. Taboo term at this point, but bear with me. If we're talking metaverse, in the future where we spend more time online and do more activities online, it also makes sense that we would make our money online. So why wouldn't the wallet also be online in the same app? Let my man cook.
I see what you mean. And I understand
cooking. What
you mean, but
they don't see the play. Let him do what he needs to do. I'm telling you, we need to start putting this thing on Twitter because that's where it's going to be at. I have full faith.
Yeah, I didn't put the last episode on Twitter. I fucked up on that. I'll put the last episode on Twitter and I'll put this one on Twitter as well. I think we can post now full episodes on Twitter. We can just do a full
You can put the whole thing.
2 hour or something, whatever we record. We can do that. Oh, yeah. Let's do that. Then for the third and last big chunk of this episode, you had something regarding Bumble.
Look, man.
What it was?
The world is crazy.
What's happening on Bumble?
The world is crazy. See what you think. All right.
You didn't let me hear anything. I had no information.
I want to see what your opinion on this is live.
Okay.
Bumble tackles no shows for IRL and real life dates with its updated community guidelines. Boom. Bumble is trying to make its apps safe spaces for meeting new people, and that extends to real life meetups. The latest community guidelines, which also apply to Badoo and Bumble for Friends, because they're all owned by the same company, take aim at ghosting or people failing to turn up for the prearranged meetups. The guidelines discourage no-show behavior through disallowing the act of not turning up to an in-person meetup despite clear plans agreed by both parties. Bumble said disallowed. It claims it's the first dating platform to do this on users over the issue, noting that according to experts, and this is where it gets good. According to experts, being stood up or ghosted can sometimes have a profound impact on a person's mental health, leading to feelings of depression, anxiety, and deflated self-esteem. Wait 1 minute.
Get stood up.
Ghosting.
Feel the pain. Feel the fucking pain. Nah.
Ghosting and no showing. Watch this. Ghosting and no showing in real life meets are now classed as bullying and abusive conduct. Under the updated policies for now, it seems Bumble will rely on user reports to enforce these rules. At this time, members can report bad behavior in our apps. A spokesperson says, once an incident is reported, a human moderator will then fact check the information before taking action. So
I have so many questions.
In short, if you're using Bumble, okay, and you agree to meet up with someone, right, and you don't show up, the person can report you on Bumble. And if that happens often enough, your Bumble profile might get flagged or taken down.
How is this bullying?
To this, my friend, do you say what?
Oh, these motherfuckers.
You don't date though, so that's
why.
you're
I am happily at home with my girl doing
Yeah, I'm out here with the shits. But
relationship shit.
I'm out
I
here.
have no worries about this.
I'm outside, but I hate Bumble.
This
I don't use
is
Bumble.
some bullshit, though. Get stood up. Get your heart broken.
It's interesting. 'Cause-
I have been left behind
Oh,
before.
That's not.
Y'all need to feel this pain as well.
It's a part of growing up. It's a part of growing up.
Nah.
So you've been stood up before?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm lucky. Never been stood up.
I have not luckily been stood up where
But your thing is you try to get them on the date really quick.
Yes.
You don't prep enough. See that? Then you
No.
get stood up.
I had my era where I prepped, where I had like long talks with them, and we texted for a couple days, and then I try to meet up, and then they ghost or whatever.
That's normal. That's
Yeah,
normal. I'm
that-
talking
cool
like
with
you're
that.
at the place.
Yeah, no, I had those as well, like where I talked for a couple days, said, "Yo, let's meet," and then first time, yeah, I cannot now, whatever, and the second time, yeah, I cannot now, whatever, and then I had 3 times, and then thought, fuck it, I'm not gonna.
But that's also not standing up. No, they really mean. So let's be clear. What they mean would because there's ghosting and then there's standing up. What you're talking about is ghosting. Standing up is I'm at the bar. I'm outside. Like I left my house. Right. I
Mhm.
went to the place that we were gonna meet up. I'm standing outside or I'm in the bar. I might have even ordered a drink already. I'm sitting there waiting for you to show up and you don't show up.
I've had that before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where I was waiting for them. She told me, "Yeah, I'm coming. Like, yeah, I'll be there in a couple of minutes or whatever," and never heard from her again. That was the last day.
For sure.
Yeah, I was standing there
People
outside.
do that though. It's the thing.
I've been lucky that I never sat at the restaurant table that I reserved, and I was ready. I didn't do restaurant dates early on. I would do like a quick beer or coffee or whatever.
Yeah, restaurants on
Yeah.
the first dates is
It's
crazy.
sick, but this is sick. The fact that no, this is sick. The fact they call this bullying is hilarious.
It's not bullying. Ghosting is not bullying. Standing someone up is not bullying.
It's part of life.
Is it rude?
Yeah.
Sure. Is
I've
it
done it.
inappropriate? See, I've also never done. See, karma. That's it. You've done it, so it's been done to you.
Yeah, you need to feel how it feels.
I have never done it. Neither has it ever been done to me.
Okay,
so
I've never stood anybody up.
You're lying. Go. Don't try and save it. Yes, you have. I have never stood anybody up. I've also never been stood up. But if I did, I've
I'm
had
not
times
gonna
where I
lie.
thought I've had him show up really late. I've had that.
Where you thought you were gonna get to
Yeah,
the,
yeah. I've definitely been was like, okay, it's
you had the
taking
pain,
long.
you had the pain, but you never had to deal with it. Really,
Yeah, well, I mean, the pain. I don't think it's never happened to me. So I can't. It's hard for me to be like, oh, because it's never happened to me. But I think that if it did, I think I'd be all right. I really don't think it.
Yeah, no.
Especially on like
You'd be all right. Everybody would be all right. Like
no,
it's
because
really
it's like I don't know this person in the beginning.
see. You
You
need
know what I'm
to.
saying? I'd be annoyed at best that I had to leave my house. That's pretty much the only. I'd be
I
like, oh, I have to
truly-
go outside and waste of my
I
time.
agree with you.
Like that.
People truly need to feel like, yo, this is not. I don't know this person. I don't need to attach myself to this person. You need to go through a couple of those, so you don't really need to worry about who you're dating. So you can just be free and calm and actually be yourself. Because a lot of people will just be in some kind of stress, like, oh, I talked to this person for like 3 months. I'm stressful, or I don't know this person. I'm stressful, so I'm gonna be. Oh no, you need to be hurt a couple times so you think, fuck this shit.
All right, well,
And then
I
you're
don't know.
good.
I'm not saying that necessarily. I'm
Nah.
just saying that. I wonder what is important. However, the
I
context.
don't
Is,
understand
but the
the
context
Bumble.
is also important here because Bumble is the app for those who don't know where the women talk first. So as a man, you can't start the conversation. That's important.
Yo, I forgot that.
That's
point.
important. That's an important part of this.
So
It's supposed to be the female-friendly dating app where if 2 people match, the person who can start the conversation is the woman. At least I don't know how they do
The
it now.
women are in
'cause
control
I
of
feel
that
like
app.
I don't know if they have same-sex stuff now. I don't know how it works.
oh, I don't know.
But the way it started, what it was known for initially was, hey, when 2 people match, the lady opens the conversation. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Because, on Tinder and all those other apps, girls be getting all kinds of dick pics and emojis that are, so they wanted to have it that the woman can start the conversation and then she gets a dick pic after. So, which is obviously what happens. So that's Important.
Yeah, but with that context, I'm assuming now that the women are in control of the conversation.
Who's doing the standing up is the question I'm
I
asking.
was about to get there.
Yeah, who's doing?
So it's the women standing these niggas up.
I think that's what's happening. I think that's what's happening.
So y'all are just
Dudes be out there, man. Oh man, I had this
y'all in
one
pain.
video. I don't know. I can't find it, but there's one video where this guy talks about getting stood up and he like crying and shit. It's hilarious. But
No. I'm just trying to figure out, how do you get to this policy? What conversations did you have? What did your designer say? Yo, I as a designer would tell you this is a dumb idea.
that's interesting from a business perspective. Why would you? I think it's promo. I think it's trying to. It's the whole woke, not necessarily woke, but like the whole
Clean,
modern,
safe.
Yeah, the whole what we just said about Threads, the whole safe space. They said that they used the term safe space. It's a place where everyone's nice and everything's nice. People aren't nice, man. People are fucking shitty. You better learn quick. If you let these apps confuse you and think that everything's a safe space, because like
I don't understand.
Because what will happen now, I think, is that the girls are just going to say no when you ask them.
Yes. They're just going to say, yeah, no, I
If they have to show up.
It was bad. I'm not going to go.
They're just not going to go at all.
Or I'm not interested. And that no is already great. Get the nose.
The no.
Get the nose.
I love no.
The nose is clear. Like when you get the no, it's like nice and easy.
I like a good no.
Yeah.
I know what we're doing. I love a no. But this isn't. I wonder what the other ones. I don't think the other ones are going to do it. Tinder's a cesspool, so they're not going to. They just allow all kinds of fuckery. So
that company above Tinder does also
is mad.
Did they do OkCupid or was that another one?
They have a bunch of dating apps.
They had a couple of them.
They have a bunch of dating apps.
I think they have set up Tinder as the most debauchery.
That's the one where the fuckery happens. Yeah.
So they have
a bunch of dating apps.
They're just gonna exploit you with crazy money cheats.
Yep.
And just make it a fucking app. And that way they make sure that they hit the whole trifecta, like
all the prostitutes
meet people,
are on there,
fuck,
if we're keep it
and debauchery. Wait, what?
All the prostitutes are on Tinder. If we're gonna keep it, that's another
it's the
thing
perfect
that they
place.
mentioned.
It's the perfect
and that's
place.
also what they mentioned here is that they're gonna crack down harder on like OnlyFans girls and stuff as well on Bumble. So you can't promote your OnlyFans on there. Girls do that on other ones.
Fair. I was about to say it's an OnlyFans person you cannot find love then, but you can.
No, you can't. You just can't promote your OnlyFans because the girls go on there to get customers, not dating. They use it to get.
I'm gonna be real. It probably is the best place to get customers. You get some.
Oh no, it 100%.
You get some lowly motherfuckers and
it works. That's why they do it on Tinder and all these other apps. But here they're banning it now, and then they have
Now, as a designer, this feature, the copy, the text does not make any sense. If you put shit in this kind of way, you make everybody who has ever stood somebody up feel bad. I don't feel bad for standing somebody.
I don't. Everyone who stood someone feel bad except for me. I don't give a fuck.
No, I don't give a fuck. No, but you make everybody who has done it before feel bad, and anybody who's using your app feel like I cannot be somebody. I cannot change my mind last minute. I cannot just last minute say, yo.
Yeah, but if you change your mind, you can say, listen, I don't want to go, instead of just standing someone up.
Yeah, but that's standing up.
No, it's not.
That's a ghost kind of feature, or ghost or stand up kind of.
No. Standing up is
hear me out.
You just don't show. The person's waiting out there. They got flowers looking stupid outside of whatever.
Hear me out.
Quiznos.
You wake up. You know this date is coming up. You have texted with this girl for like a month or two. Y'all compatible.
A month? Yep. That's crazy.
Month. I don't know how long you text. 2 weeks. Is that more appropriate? A little bit long, maybe even. All right. 1.5 week. You think you're compatible. You wake up, go to work, do your thing. It's about time for the date after work. You go to the bar, you're standing there. Maybe you get a drink for yourself already. She texts you.
Okay, that's standing up. Standing up is I'm at the place. If I'm still home.
Yes.
Then it's fine. But if you make me go outside, that's where my problem. If I have to leave my house and go stand somewhere, and then you're like, oh, I don't want to go. I look like a fucking dunce. No, that's the problem.
That is the problem. Like, she texts you at that moment, yo, I'm sorry. I'm a little bit anxious. I'm not feeling all right. I cannot come today. Maybe we can meet up another time. That's being stood up. You're already there. You had a drink.
True.
Should that not be allowed?
I don't know how you even.
She didn't feel well.
I don't.
She didn't feel well. She was in her feelings. She was anxiety.
I think
anxiety
you have.
was taking
I think
her
it's
over.
a part of life. I think it's a part of life. I think adults should just be
Yeah.
adults and just deal with the fact that some people are shitty people. Because how are you even going to police this if people start the conversation on
I don't
Bumble, but then
understand.
they take the conversation to like another like WhatsApp or like whatever the fucking
The policing part of
iPhone
this
has.
is weird because then they would need to check everybody who makes a date in the Bumble app. It would need to happen in the Bumble app for them to be able to block somebody out of the app. If they move the conversation to WhatsApp, iMessage, or Facebook message,
I think you
it
can get
doesn't work anymore.
I think you can get report person report you
Yeah, but report me on what?
that you stood them up.
So
That's how I sort of understood it. They can come back to the Bumble app and say this person stood me up.
yeah, but look at this. I go on a date. I don't like the person. I don't want to see her in my app anymore. Press that button. Next week she disappears.
Mm-hmm. No, well,
That's
no,
foul.
no. That's different. If you don't want to see someone anymore, you can just unmatch or whatever.
No,
I guess, but
I-
you can.
I'm spiteful.
Oh, so you're trying to make true.
I'm spiteful, and I press that
people,
button.
people are gonna misuse it. Yeah. People would probably.
It doesn't
misuse
make any sense as a feature.
But people can do that now. I don't know. I don't know where this is going. I don't think any of the other apps are gonna copy it. I think it's a promo thing. I think they're just trying to
I
make
better
themselves
be.
look good
They
or
better
sound good. I don't think anything is really gonna be done with this. People are still gonna stand each other up.
Look,
Grow a pair. You know, what I mean? Get stood up. Wake up early next day. Go to the gym. Lift a couple.
at some
Shake it
point,
off.
we need
Like-
to. At some point, maybe we talk about it now. We need to talk about these apps trying to be clean. We need to talk about the world trying to be clean. The people are. I don't want to sound like people are dumb and need to do whatever. But everybody needs to understand this shit is not Disney. We are human beings. We like to do certain shit. Some of us like to do drugs. Some of us like to fuck. Some of us like to fuck and do drugs at the same time.
All right, Jeff. I'm gonna leave this to you.
No, but
Hey, yo, that's Jeff. Let Jeff do this one.
But yeah, you don't have to make everything clean. Some of us like to fight. Some of us like to roll around in dirt and want to post that
I don't
online.
know what kind of people you know
There's a great group of people in Amsterdam
that like
you-
to roll around in dirt. All right.
No, but you know what I mean. You know where I'm getting at. All these like Threads trying to be Instagram as a place trying to be squeaky clean is weird to me.
But it's a softcore platform that serves as a gateway to OnlyFans. Like that's the thing. Instagram isn't clean. Like I've seen stuff on there where I'm like, how is this allowed?
Yeah, but
like this
the
is
fact that
pornography.
the fact that Facebook as a company or Meta as a company is trying to be clean and Instagram is their poster child trying to be clean.
Yeah, but it isn't. They want to pose as clean, but they're not actually clean.
I know.
And that's what also this is. They're trying to pose as, oh, we're a safe space, this, that, but they're not actually.
I know it's
The marketing stuff.
it's a marketing stunt. It's for their shareholders. It's for them to feel like, yo, you guys are actually doing well and doing something about all the scourge of bad stuff around. It's for the prude people online who still complain when on TV, a couple rappers are swearing like with the Kanye performance a couple years ago on UK TV. Like, it's for them. I understand. At what point do we say, fuck them?
True.
Because when you live life out in these streets and do stuff around the city in Amsterdam or any other city, you see certain shit. You see people doing actual shit. If you walk to the red light district, there's a whole bunch of old and young and everybody going into those rooms and doing whatever they need to do. Is that also going to be, do we want to ban that completely as well? No, we move it to another place if we think it's not the right spot. But yeah, no, everything does not have to be clean. Our world is not a Disney movie. And I feel like our apps and places should reflect that also. There needs to be space for this shit. I don't know if there needs to be a separate space, but it's weird. It's weird how, especially Meta is trying to push that and other companies are following that. I don't understand.
Crazy. But anyways,
Yeah.
man, let us know what you think.
Yeah, let us know what you think. I think we wrap it up here.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was a good episode.
This was a good one for sure. Oh.
Then yeah, maybe we'll figure out something for a cool closer. But I hope you liked this more structured episode. Let us know how you felt about it. Let us know which topic you like the most. We will do more of that. We will keep going into music and stuff. now we have shortened it to 15 minutes at the beginning. But when an album drops or something really interesting happens in music, we'll go more
There's
into
not
that.
much going on. This music
Yeah.
is this year. Not much going on.
We
but,
can talk later about how music is weird
How music
this
is
year.
not so
Yeah.
much going on.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we thank you for listening. We were the 300 Men. You can find this on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter, X as well. We will look into getting back on Apple Podcasts. For now, you can only find us on those platforms, but we'll be there soon. Thank you for listening, and peace out.